Damn, sitting here in like a fucking hot car talking to myself makes me look insane. I'd seen a YouTube video about interesting ways that crowdsourcing works, you know, like getting a bunch of people to pretty much volunteer their time, right? That's all it is just you set up a project that's like gamified in some way, and people just like pour hours of their free time into something that either they think is like really cool or they is like for a good cause or whatever. Like there's a good example of a like interesting or innovative crowdsourcing of like a programmer crowdsourcing finding missing people, and people somehow they have like this weird fucking point system or whatever, and if you find details that like help the police catch a guy, you get like 100 points for your Amazon card or some like borderline dystopic shit. The funny thing though is, you know, it made me think that like most projects don't work because you have too many people working on them, unless those people are like borderline anonymous and they don't really give a fuck, right? So a good example of this is like when you work on a movie, no one, the director kind of has to be a dick or else the movie never gets made, right? Because people like fucking lollygag, or people don't really share a vision, and so they don't have any like direction. So the director, who literally leads the direction of the movie, just kind of has to yell at everybody all the time, or you know, solve problems on the go, and pretty much keep everyone a part of like working them like a slave. And crowdsourcing is like this opposite approach of, what if there was like no one in charge except like a to-do list, and this to-do list only updated when people just randomly completed shit that didn't require an individual with an individual talent, but just like contributed. And that made me think that it should be possible to crowdsource a sick, massive game, right? Like the art direction might not be consistent. I don't know how that would work. But like if you just had the art source being like realistic 3D models, or like a texture pack that was used or something, I would imagine that you could, you know, crowdsource an entire game from beginning to end.